The first tip I want to talk about is smiling. Now believe it or not, smiling is a very important first impression. Basically what a smile is saying is I like you and I'm very happy to meet you. So because when you smile at someone, that makes them want to smile back at you. And like it says unto the Bible, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Dale Carnegie says, smiling costs nothing but creates much. And you know this is true. We have all had that day when we were feeling down, but one smile from that person made us feel immediately better. Tip number 2, remember their name. Have you ever had that moment when you meet a new person and that person tells you their name and you forget it 3 seconds later? Chances are you have. Now why this is so important is because the sweetest sound in any language for a person is that person's name. So by not remembering their name, it will become counterproductive for you for what you might want to achieve with that person. If you have a hard time remembering people's name, try to incorporate some memory techniques. Like if that person has a scar in his nose, it will be easier for you to remember that his name is John. For now you know him that the guy with the scar under his nose is John from IT. Tip number 3. What does a person like to talk about more than anything in the world? That's right, themselves. So how do you get people to talk more about themselves? You ask them questions. Try to ask as many as possible to that person. For example, how was your day, John? And his response is, it was pretty bad. Well, now you ask him why was it bad? And you keep the conversation flowing that way. People love this. You can really get someone to like you if you do this right. After all, who doesn't like spending all day talking about their accomplishment, best relationships, and so on? Next tip, number 4. Talk in their interest. Whenever you talk to someone, a really good tip is talk in their interest. This could be a hobby, a new business that they just started and are really excited about. Take Theodore Roosevelt for example. Whenever he was to meet someone new, he would prepare himself by reading about the other person's interest. For he knew that applying this principle would get people to like him better and score some points with them. So next time you're talking with someone, keep the focus of the conversation on their interest and not yours. Tip number 5. Don't criticize people. If you think that criticizing will help them change or whatever, it won't. They won't listen to you. They will only like you less. Benjamin Franklin claimed that one of his biggest keys to success was never speak ill of no man. It was a habit for him. Abraham Lincoln was almost forced to duel another man for openly criticizing people. After almost being forced to duel another man, he took this lesson to the heart, and during the Civil War, he would write one of his famous speeches to not criticize Southerners, for they are just what we would be in similar circumstances. Tip number 6. Become genuinely interested. Now none of these tips will work if you're not genuinely interested in what the other person has to offer. Now you can pretend that you are interested, but people will catch on and they might stop hanging out with you. The point being is, if you're not genuinely interested in another person, you won't get very far with them. So become genuinely interested in the other person. Okay, let's go over the 6 tips from How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. First is to smile. Second is to remember their name. Third, get people talking about themselves. Fourth, talk about their interest. Fifth, don't criticize. 6. Be genuinely interested. And remember guys, that knowing is not enough, you must apply. Willing is not enough, we must do. Now if you're into self-improvement and you're thinking about buying this book, you totally should. There are many more great tips in this book, and I don't think at all that you would regret buying this book. Now if you enjoyed this and you want more videos like this, please subscribe. Leave a like and drop some comments. See you next time. Thanks for watching.